Hello, this is Socrates Johnson M.D. here with my loquacious friend Rarharg,
Hey there.
and we're going to play some Company Heroes 2 for you. Here on Rzhev Winter, a 3v3 map, but here we're doing it 2v2.
Yep.
And let's just start it off, because this might take a while.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right.
Okay.
So we're up against Evanescent and the Joy of Windows 8.1.
Okay. One of them is classic Germans, the other is the new OKW.
Yes, this is our first cast since the new Western Front expansion has been released.
Yeah. Well, it's difficult because all the patches mean your replays are no longer viable.
Yeah, that's true. We have gotten lucky this time around that they didn't patch it overnight.
Yeah. We're both gone classic Soviets, although you do typically have a hankering for the Americans.
Yeah, well, I bought the new faction, so I like to try them out. They both have their charm.
What are your thoughts on how we, as people who play classic Soviets, have to deal with the new OKW faction?
Okay, so, I mean, the new faction, the new German faction, the Oberkommando West, is pretty interesting. It's got pretty strong infantry. These Sturmpioneers, for example, that's their builder unit, but they're equipped with assault rifles, much like the classic. The Eastern Front Panzer Grenadiers. So they're actually on par with the Panzer Grenadiers combat-wise. So they're effective at medium and close range. As the Soviets, the only thing you should ever allow to close against these guys are shock troopers or maybe penal battalions with the flamethrower upgrade. Otherwise, everything can get slaughtered. As soon as you see these guys out in the field, keep your distance. Don't attempt to close with them, especially not with conscripts.
In general, like any of your opening units as the Soviets cannot hang with any of their opening units. So you have to use numbers, you have to use position, you have to be very careful not to get them slaughtered early. Because that is a typical outcome.
But one thing to know, and these new factions can build sandbag walls. They brought that back. But one thing to notice, I guess, about the new Oberkommando West faction is they don't have a standard heavy machine gun like the Maxim or the MG42. They do have a doctrinal call-in MG34, which is actually slightly weaker. And here is our first engagement.
That's why I've gone in a change from my normal pattern of action. I've gone tier 2. I've got an early machine gun just so I can pin their opening infantry and attempt to actually do some damage, which the conscripts are not very good at this juncture.
Yeah, the conscripts are basically just providing a little extra deterrent from a direct assault on your Maxim.
Yeah, what's your plan been thus far? I can see your peons are already advancing into the enemy.
So my strategy was, my current strategy as the Soviets against the Oberkommando West is tier 1 and tier 2 and bide my time until I can call in a KV-8 and IS-2 using shock rifle frontline. The IS-2 with the most recent set of patches has received a fairly significant armor buff, so it can actually go toe-to-toe with pretty much all of its German counterparts, maybe with the exception of the new King Tiger.
Nice little flank here with the peons and with the sniper in support.
Yeah. So my strategy basically now is 2 penal battalions, 2 snipers, because the OKW infantry is expensive.
Yeah.
So do eat a grenade there, and I'm forced to retreat. So this is the basically the OKW early machine gun. Very, very lightly armored Kubelwagen.
The Kubelwagen will die to your M3 if you leave them in long-term combat. They flank and try and keep my stuff on the field as long as possible to do some damage.
And I was hoping to be able to plink away at these guys with my snipers, but I decided to just get the hell out of Dodge. And I noticed that their Kubelwagen is pursuing. So a little bit of pressure here in the early game.
Maybe it's because I'm still kind of stuck in the pre-patch way of thinking, but I just love, as the Soviets, when I get a chance to play against the classic Germans, because I know I could hurt their units.
Yeah, and it's definitely, I mean, with the new expansion, there's definitely some growing pains, learning how to deal with these counters.
Yeah, there's been a lot of patches lately, a lot of tweaks.
Yeah, they've done fairly minimal changes as far as the balance goes. I think they nerfed the American or the U.S. faction anti-air half-track, and also nerfed the volley fire ability, which it needed a bit of a nerf because it could pin...
Which units can have the volley fire ability?
Just the rear echelon units, so basically the American Pioneers, their builder unit, gets a 20 munitions ability to pin enemy units, and that was actually really overly cost effective at current price points.
I haven't bought the new factions because I am a cheap bastard, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone, and you can still play against both factions, so... Oh, and here I get really unlucky, and that mortar kills my second fresh sniper squad as that mortar was trying to kill your conscripts on retreat. So that was a really brutal random number generator loss right there, early game.
Yeah, we haven't really been commenting on the action right now. It's mostly us trying to establish a defensive front here on the left side and leaving the right wide open, and our opponents seem to be fairly amenable to that. So
yeah, they didn't ever until the late game. They didn't push too hard into the right side.
I got a little flak half track here.
Here's the German flak half track. I'm not sure if it received a buff. I'm not entirely sure how it differs actually from the American one in its original conception. I do know that the original one was pretty damn effective against all light armor and infantry.
Yeah.
So.
Got a little mortar here, try and deal damage, because I know they're emplacing all their units. And on your prompt, I am building an early field gun.
Yeah, so that's... I've also teched up and I'm building my AT gun as well. That sniper loss early on kind of hurt.
Yeah. Because those snipers are really the only things which could hurt, say, Obersoldaten, Fusiliers, in a consistent and quick way. Because even shocks at close range versus them, it's a war of attrition more than anything else.
So this right away is a dead giveaway of what faction they've gone. They have called in the MG34 heavy machine gun, so we know we can expect Fallschirmjägers. Or wait, no, is that the right damn faction? Yeah, Fallschirmjägers and the heavy fortifications.
Yeah,
good.
They tank though, which is good.
Well, they do have one of their Raketenwerfers sitting behind. But,
yeah, I see it.
So we're... Oh, man. Good hit on that Sturmpioneer from the mortar.
I kind of just set the mortar and forget the mortar, which is ideal for me. Let's not worry ourselves too much with micro.
So another nice little flank here from your conscripts. Catches these...
They kind of caught them unaware, and no one was shooting at them, so they just kind of sat there, firing away with the rifles. Although the Raketenwerfer, unlike other AT guns, can go into buildings.
Yeah, it has a fairly short range, but it fires fast, and at Veterancy 5, it is really, really dangerous. That's the other new thing about this new German faction, is that it can get up to 5 ranks of Veterancy.
Yeah, here I lose a conscript squad because the retreat button doesn't work. Something which has been preserved from the pre-patch, pre-new factions.
Yeah, and I don't think you're the only one that suffers from that. I was reading on the forums a bit about that. Oh,
really?
Scouting ahead with my sniper, who gets seen immediately by the half-track.
Yeah. You see they've set up the slit trench.
Ah, yes. Oh, and...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is...
They have built their walking Stuka, and it just slaughters our infantry.
Yeah, 12 kills in the first shot. You can direct the barrage of that unit in a line. And it's sort of like the creeping barrage that the British had in Company Curse 1, except it's super accurate and super fast. And the only...
You tell me it's free.
And it's free, it just has a cooldown. I mean, the barrage itself is free, the unit is not. Do kill the flak half-track with my AT gun. It's a little probe here with some assault infantry. That machine gun's lucky. Bailed out of that slit trench.
And we're getting hit by some Fallschirmjäger here, but the shots are fortunately in the right position to hurt it.
Yeah.
They do take out my AT gun.
Yeah.
Or your AT gun, actually.
I think it was my AT gun, yeah.
Something.
But I mean, once I realized that they had that walking Stuka, I wasn't really gonna count too much on static AT guns. Just because...
Another kind of consequence of the OKW being introduced is that shocks are now of supreme importance is only out of desperation. As you need infantry that can hurt their infantry.
Yeah, and shocks are now sort of like conscripts, not very effective on their own. You need shocks coupled with conscripts or peons to really do damage against the OKW.
I got a little baby tank here, just because I wanted to hit this machine gun, which was holding down our left side, and open up another angle by which the battle could be expanded. I'm trying to attack over here, but I run into some dreads and have to retreat. But you don't want to be, I mean, under any circumstances, really, stuck on a tiny little front. So, we're punishing them, but they're punishing us back, and they have the victory point, so.
Yeah, we're at a disadvantage with victory points for quite a while in this match.
Yeah, well, and also they have their super mobile artillery, so.
Which they don't actually mobilize that much. They keep it in the same spot for quite a while, but unfortunately we do line up all of our support weapons nicely for them.
And they all died.
And they all died. So.
We're trying to kill these Fallschirmjäger with their baby tank.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So sweet. So sweet to be able to kill those overpowered units.
Yeah, Fallschirmjägers are really nasty. They can pop out of buildings behind you and wipe out your weapon crews before you even know they're there. They just have super effective...
Yeah, they're basically like Knights Cross in the previous game, but earlier in the tech tree, cheaper, and...
oh shit, and this is where your T-70 gets abandoned, unfortunately.
Well, I was trying to do a little raid there. Didn't realize how much AT they had. So. Fortunately, they advanced directly into my machine gun here on the left.
Oh, rifle grenade takes out almost the entire crew. So that's still really awesome. But they're still pinned. And they get hurt.
And they steal the baby tank and take it home to get repaired. So.
Well, that's what I would do. It's what you would do.
Yeah, I love my baby tank, despite the fact that it's useless.
Yeah, I killed a couple things.
Yeah. I got probably 6 infantry kills before it died, which is all in all fairly equal value. But
yeah, it paid for itself, but only just.
Well, the baby tank used to rule the field for about, a minute. Now it does nothing because both the OKW and the Germans have super and I lose conscripts, go out on retreat because retreat is now meaningless with the OKW because they have so much firepower. Well, I mean, this isn't even the OKW.
That was the regular tank, and that, yeah. Well, they were heavily wounded, but yes. Yeah, retreating with the new faction's infantry is incredibly dangerous, as we'll be seeing
Later.
repeatedly later. And this is, yeah, speaking of which, this is...
At least we have decent anti-armor at this point.
Here's where
I'm using my conscripts to recruit everything. Still hitting them.
Yeah, unfortunately the baby tank was far more effective in their hands than yours. Killed at full...
It kills 2 of them with 1 shot on retreat. Come on, Relic. What the hell, man?
You didn't see that it killed an entire squad earlier.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Well, yep, that was lots of fun. So, I'm suffering quite a bit already.
Yeah, we haven't done our usual... Well, actually, you do have some mines on the field, so that's good.
Yeah, I've got lots of mines, and I've got an SU-85 now, so... My SU-85s definitely won this match today. Well, fuck it. I guess that was a spoiler, but... Anyways.
We do a sick dodge of the walking Stuka there, pulling back our AT guns.
Well, mine... I guess I still have 1 left.
Still has 27 kills. Oh no. There go those conscripts. I do have a T-34, which I basically expend to kill the baby tank.
Now...
It seems like the Panzerfaust animation plays a lot faster now. Which means it's tougher to... We couldn't even dodge it earlier, but still.
Yeah, it's impossible to dodge, basically.
Baby tank's down.
Baby tank's down. Tripped on your mine. Shocks chase off some folks.
Nice.
So, minor win there. Yeah, I guess mine did actually also.
Yeah, snipers still blinking away at their emplacements. Being nice and conservative.
Yeah, it's always good to be conservative with
you can see these Volks here, these advanced Volks salvaging the vehicle for extra fuel, even under fire.
Yeah, they need more of a received hacker. Oh, shit. Alright, a little bit of a hiccup there, but... So, Shocks advancing on this MG34 in the middle with smoke.
On the bellies through the... Oh, your snipers are getting a little aggressive there. Oh, yeah. Nice dodge of the...
Yeah, I got pretty lucky there to wipe out that MG34. And this mortar as well.
Ooh, nice.
Snipers go and take the point. Flank away. I was hoping to kill the Rakettenwerfer, but they... I guess couldn't see it or something.
Something.
Oh.
At least with the sniper now, if you shoot engineers accidentally, it doesn't matter as much because they're still super expensive as well.
Yeah. And they're more expensive than Volksgrenadiers to replenish, I believe. So. Yeah, no.
Nice. Nice hit on that Rakettenwerfer.
Yeah, I decided to get them the hell out of there, though. I'm getting chewed up by this.
Wrens come in and try and kill all of our AT, and we have no anti-infantry. Unfortunately, my tank arrives in just the nick of time.
Well, they were going to trip on a mine if they had advanced any further.
Nice.
I had probably 5 mines spread out there. So.
I had was taking advantage of this time to start mining our side as well. Basically, all the approaches to the victory point and to the fuel point are my goal. And also this nice little spot on the ice here where vehicles often find themselves stuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Keep hitting the mortars. love putting this machine gun here.
Interestingly, they're being pretty conservative with their AT guns.
Yeah. Well, they have taken a lot of damage to them already. They have this battery of 2 AT guns here set up at the left point.
Yeah, a little bit of a pack wall set up to defend that point. I guess that's a pretty good place because they can turn either way.
Yeah. I run into their 2 Panzer IVs here, and my guys decide to retreat through the enemy and die. Right past the Fallschirmjäger, right into the machine gun. Yeah, the retreat pathing is really terrible. And pathing and also the mechanics.
Yeah, the fact that they stop up every chance that they can get.
There's no way that you should retreat a unit at full strength with a clear line and lose it. It just should not happen that way.
Well, you were pretty deep behind enemy lines there.
I don't care. I don't care. Those are full elite infantry. I just find it.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's terribly frustrating. I agree.
T-34.
So Panther, 2 Panzer IVs.
2 Grens. I was hoping to hit something as it crosses the ice and sink it, but nope.
Oh, yeah, no, not gonna happen.
Switches targets too quickly.
And of course you get Fausted.
Yeah, get Fausted from beyond Faust range, as always, and just gets somewhere. Yeah, really versus the OKW, and versus any faction, the T-34s are only situationally useful.
Yeah, and they're not useful at all alone. I mean,
well, I did have supporting units, but they met an untimely end earlier.
Yeah. Here, they're coming up for a fairly obvious attempt at a flank there, but
pull back.
They do pull back, interestingly. But
sitting right there. Yeah. Could hurt them, and we're attacking from the center, taking advantage of that. Go, Hero Peens.
Oh, and that shock squad gets lucky as hell.
Peens do not.
Peens do not.
Our mines are taking care of their flanking attempts, fortunately. But at this moment, in here in the mid-game, they have a significant advantage. They have armor on the field,
yeah.
They have veteran infantry on the field, and we've got a few support units and basically nothing else.
Yeah, actually, if they had pushed with those tanks right then, they could have, well, maybe.
And the infantry from the flank, yeah, they could have killed us all. Unfortunately, I mean, it's much easier to say that in retrospect, looking at the replay.
Yeah, without the fog of war, everything looks much worse. Trying to clear out that.
Alright, nice kill on that mechanic there, though. Hit him mortars, hit him good.
Of course, my SU-85 sets off one of my mines.
I mean, that's what you've got to do when they have in-placed defenses of any kind, is you got to keep making them pay for putting them out in the open, immobile, so.
Yeah, well, that's what they were doing to us as well with that walking Stuka, so.
Which is now up to 29 kills. Killed a vehicle, I'm not sure what that refers to. Maybe an AT gun?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Yep, and once they hit the mines, you put the mines back. That's what you have to do. Cannot be unmined, especially on your open flank. So it's going to save your ass. Whatever coat the snipers have, they should give it to our infantry. Oh, nice. You actually have heavy armor on the field.
Yeah, that was. Now, this first piece of heavy armor doesn't survive very long, unfortunately. Due to masked AT, basically.
It's surprising that the Germans are the faction that typically gets mass AT. mean, their AT is generally so much better than ours.
Yeah.
And they hit a mine, and I go and I put the mine right back immediately. That's how we roll. That's how you have to roll. It is a necessity. Mine's back.
Yeah, unfortunately, one thing to remember about planting mines:
Gotta move engineers right away.
don't stand on them.
Yeah.
So right there, didn't work out quite as well as it could have.
Yeah. Well, I got more mines where that came from.
Probably more engineers as well.
I'm surprised they didn't mine the left side. You had the mine sweeper setup. Didn't need it. Didn't need it.
Yeah, I was expecting that, but
Yeah, I've got my ISU 152 here, 26 minutes in, and I'm sending it to trying to help defend the right side on its own, which is not the safest thing ever, but oh yeah, your IS-2 is facing a lot of stuff without much backup.
yeah, the hordes. Of course, it misses all of these shots on these Grenadiers as well. Then proceeds to get stun locked, basically.
Well, one was the call-in artillery, then there's
Then a Panzerfaust, and then just tons of penetrating shots. Gets killed by a Panzerfaust, actually. Jesus. That was pretty brutal. Lots of stun locking those two AT guns with their Vet 1 ability.
yeah. Do they have the target weak point at Veteran 1?
Yes.
You probably got that Veteran 1 by hitting your IS-2 the first couple times, too.
Yeah. So that, once again, hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And they've got a Tiger on the field now.
I've got so much armor.
Yeah, they
I
could.
feel like they pushed us harder than they did.
Yeah, so they've got a huge advantage right now. Got Evanescent is at a resource disadvantage. That's one thing to keep in mind with the OKW faction. They don't receive as many resources as
Yeah, look at that pretty
counterparts. I think, interestingly, they receive more manpower, but significantly less fuel and munitions. Although he might be trading in fuel right now. Yes, he's trading munitions for fuel, so. Back to the action.
Yeah. Well, at least, you know, we took advantage of losing that battle to harass.
Oh, thunk. Destroy their own bunkers with that barrage.
Yeah. And also quite a few of our men.
Oh, conscripts. Still.
I am moving my ISU to the center just to keep it safer. Their infantry's hit all the mines, so this Panther
Oh god.
squishes all of your infantry.
Is that mine or was that yours?
It was someone's infantry.
I think that was yours.
I don't know exactly what's going on there, but it was totally fair and balanced. Anyway. Our mining has been effective, it's just we need more of it.
Splat.
My ISU decides to take a trip on the ice to attack everything. It is, and those mines are taking care of these falls Shumiaker pretty well.
Yeah, except they toss a bundled grenade and boom.
Yeah, I killed my machine gun in one shot. Yeah, real fair, real fair.
Jesus. That's ridiculous. They were clumped up, but it's still ridiculous. Oh shit.
They make a big mistake here.
Okay.
And I put my ISU on the ice.
On the ice.
moves to attack these conscripts, and its sightline is broken by this tree for a split second. Gets
Jesus.
its engine crippled, so it gives my ISU time to turn around and hit it in the ass. They do come through with their infantry. My conscripts who have been raiding do get a grenade off and cripple one of them. And by cripple, I mean slow down by about 5% one of the Panzer IVs. At least we killed the Panther.
Only just.
Yep. It was a costly engagement for both sides.
Well, more costly for you, certainly, and that...
Yeah, that's the trend that's been developing so far this game.
Yeah. Man. This is actually sort of painful to watch in this first half of the game. God, we were getting our asses handed to us.
We're almost triple capped at this point. My infantry is a couple light veteran conscripts, because my shocks have kept being killed in hilariously unfair ways, and there you go. They've just been very tentative.
Yeah, which is a little disconcerting. Good, they were probably pretty confident that they could hold us off at this point.
Yeah. Yep, just more slaughtering of our in-place troops. Yep. And move my AT gun right back to where it was.
44 kills on that walking Stuka. Only got one though with that. That's pretty incredible. I wonder how many hundreds of kills it needs to get to Vet 5. Oh.
I don't know. It's
They're flanking attempt.
So,
Snipers up to 28 kills though. So.
I've been facing a lot of infantry. Get them shock troops. Oh yeah, they run straight through the shock troops. No one dies. On retreat. So their Panzer IVs are in a world of hurt. Advancing into your SUs.
Yep, they do lose one SU. Don't manage to get my sniper, amazingly. That was a little bit of luck.
And the bolts advance directly into the MG. Don't get pinned until they're halfway to it.
No, they are about 3. But yeah, the other squad isn't even getting suppressed at all.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't mean to bitch about fairness. I do a lot. But as a Soviet player, as a vanilla Soviet player, you just have to, be amazed at some of the things that happen to you. Do a little flank here. Far right side with the shocks, just to take the points. Good flank on these bolts. If they're gonna overcommit to trying to kill in your SU, might as well make them pay.
Yep, that's the point. Of course, I don't actually do any damage to them with the
No, of course not.
2 shots.
It's not veteran shocks hitting them at point blank range on retreat. Why would that do damage? But, anyway.
Game of Bitching. Oh wait, no, this isn't Game of Thrones. Company of Bitching.
Yeah, that's me. At least their MG34 is weaker than the MG42 they normally get.
Yeah.
As we say, gigantic arc. Look at that arc.
Yeah. At 120 degrees.
Something like that. Look at all this armor they have and they're not using. How did we not get slaughtered?
Well, I think they realized that we had mined a lot.
Yeah.
And they never
That's
built
right now.
they never built any minesweepers. And I think that
I
was...
did build one, and I focus fired it. For reasons which are obvious.
Yeah, nice little flank coming in here.
Oh yeah, I have built another ISU.
Oh, God.
Still effective versus infantry with the gimped rage.
Yeah, well...
And I can understand why they gimped.
Shit. Speaking of the random number gods not liking me, you almost wipe out my entire squad.
Their squad. But your squad also. Nice little satchel.
Little satchel on that building, just a parting gift. But there's a mass armor pile.
A hilarious amount of armor. Advancing against nothing at all, by the way. We have 0 things over there.
Absolutely 0 presence, just mines.
Yeah. If it was pre-patch, that ISU would be able to destroy that. But I can understand why the range is no longer. So.
Yeah, it was fairly overpowered. I'm actually kind of glad that they only kind of nerfed the range on it. Maybe the reload time. It seems like it takes longer for it to fire.
You got another too.
Yep. Now I decided 2 Su-85s and an IS-2 is a pretty solid matchup, especially if I played more conservatively than I had been. Bet 3 for that sniper, finally.
I'm amazed your sniper's still alive. 30 kills. That's a good job. They're being super tentative on the right side with it. Panthers, tigers, pumas. And we did see it. We saw that armor concentration coming, so that's why I'm counter-assaulting on the left side, where there's nothing in front of it.
Yeah. That was our strategy at this point, was to kind of attack where they were not, and
yeah. I'm here mining the flanks desperately. Just hoping that they'll try and come in for a massive flank on our side and get mined to oblivion.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah.
This guy hit a mine.
They did have minesweepers there, though.
At least they can't.
But he's concentrating first on collecting fuel, even though he's floating 250 fuel.
Maybe he's going for the King Tiger.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
We're very slowly moving in our defensive units.
They do divert some of their armor fist away. It's interesting. I wonder if the range of vision on the minesweepers is reduced during a blizzard. Because that one is now visible to them. Oh, Funk. IS-2 rolls in.
Kill those bastards and take away our mining power. Nice shot. Lucky shot. And it kills it on retreat.
Yep. Kills him on retreat. Finally, a slight win. And the Puma gets crippled. I think the Puma actually penetrated more shots than the Panther.
Well, now it's immobilized by the mine. And your SUs are coming up in.
They're angry.
Puma goes down.
Neat little new animation there. So, meanwhile, Shocks.
I am going on a suicide, or that you. I'm on a suicide mission to kill some AT guns.
To succeed.
I do get one, and I get the hell out.
So, chased off part of the armored assault.
At least we got out alive with the retreat that time. Rise to bad shape. But it's safe. And we have triple cap them for the first time all match.
Mm-hmm. So now things are no longer good. There's still a difference of 70 victory points. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that we were able to hold victory points as well as we did up to this point, considering we were getting our asses handed to us. Take that, Fallschirmjäger.
Now, Evanescent is actually really hurting now that I've killed some of his elite infantry, because all he has are 4 units on the field right now.
Oh yeah, he's got the Panther, he's got the Walking Stuka, and he's got 1 infantry unit with any veterans.
Yeah. He hasn't actually fired that Walking Stuka in quite a while, too. I think he might have forgotten about it.
I'm sympathetic to that. I forget about my artillery all the time when I have it.
Yeah. Now, one quick... the easiest thing I found is just to hotkey it to, 1, usually, if I have any artillery piece. Or my sniper, actually. I think this match was 1. But,
You're gonna mass repair on your IS-2.
Yeah. Yeah. Necessary. It's always good to have multiple engines.
And now, in a surprising turn of events, the OKW has no infantry, so we can rule the field for a while.
Yeah.
And run when we see the tanks.
Yeah, this was definitely a curious turn of events here. I think them being so passive for much of the map kind of hurt them because...
And the ISU and the IS-2 both getting some good shots off.
Yeah, that definitely helped. I mean, both of us actually have amassed quite a bit of infantry. We've got some veteran infantry.
Another Satch of the battle group.
Another Satch on that front battle group. Just sitting there trying to torch them. But they make a push, cross the ice, and boom.
They find all of our...
They find all of our anti-armor has moved. They roll in with that other Panzer IV and realize, oh shit, that's not a good idea.
Flanked is a little delayed,
He blitzes away. That was a pretty good blitz, though.
Yeah.
Did lose the other Panzer IV. So absolute chaos all of a sudden. Trying
They
to...
lost 2 tanks for nothing, basically. And their veteran bolts. King Tiger on the field.
King Tiger on the field, so...
Defending Tiger, unhappy with the turn of events. Infantry has to get the hell out of there.
So... And...
It advances.
It advances. Misses its first shot. And... gets a really brutal shot on my Su-85. But gets crew shocked. And hurt a lot. Panther goes down.
Were we even targeting the Panther? Or was it just kind of random lucky shots?
I think it was sort of a random miss, actually, that killed it from your ISU.
Because if I was going to be shooting at anything, it would be the King Tiger.
Yeah. It might have actually been my Vet 2 wounded Su-85, which I'd been giving retreat orders, for obvious reasons.
And the King Tiger pulls back.
King Tiger pulls back.
Tiger pulls up.
Another Tiger, yes. So this is something that in the previous patches never would have happened. An IS-2 rather, up against a Tiger. And actually deflecting shots. I mean, that armor boost is... actually, I think it received a health boost, so...
Yeah, it did receive a significant health boost.
I'm not sure.
Like 700 to 820.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Luckily, skirting their AT gun with smoke that they put down themselves.
Yeah. Now here I see that Walking Stuka. Decided to try to kill it. But then these Panzer... Fallschirmjägers do get a Faust off, and I decided to pull back. Fortunately, I'm not too keen on adjusting that AT gun.
They're building a Jagd Panzer from their battle group headquarters.
Oh god, that's kind of...
Probably concerned with our newfound armor supremacy.
Yeah. Oh, that's just the... that's basically their version of Stug or Su-85. Pretty heavily armored by comparison, but... Oh, so one of my Su-85s is up to Vet 3 already. That's pretty dangerous.
Yep.
Pack my Su-85, or IS-2 rather, across the ice. Shortest
They've
route.
got a lot of heavily wounded tanks.
Yeah.
And really, this now we're in the position where we could have pushed and really given them a world of hurt if we felt like it. If we knew what was actually on the other side. But we don't.
Yeah, we don't quite.
And I'm minding the shit out of the right side once again.
Man, I didn't realize how heavily damaged that other Tiger was.
Yeah, let's kill it.
So a little scouting. On
Yeah,
this
and, I
side.
mean, one of the things that sort of happened so far this match is they haven't been able to make us pay that much for when they've won engagements.
Yeah, that's true. They never really carried through. They had those curious moments where they pushed almost up to our defensive line, and then they turned all their tanks around. Granted, if they had pursued much further, they would have hit mines, but they still could have really punished us for some things.
Or on the right side, they held the right side, but they never took the points. They never committed to it.
Yeah. Oh, man, you get a good mine off. I follow up with an incendiary barrage.
Yep.
You take
Ah,
out
they
the
killed the
AT
AT
gun.
gun. What I'm glad about is that the shocks actually stayed there. They didn't retreat, they weren't pinned, and so they could actually be free to do other useful things afterwards.
Like, get shot in the face by these Fallschirmjägers.
Wow. What else is their purpose?
Oh, I was expecting that barrage to be coming in on my sniper, so I sprinted it in that direction, almost right towards the rocket barrage. So I got quite lucky with that.
Did a lot of damage to your SU.
Yeah, it took some.
Speaking of damage, the Panzer IV gets crippled immediately. Heck. Those mines will save your ass.
King Tiger, or one of those tanks, almost got my sniper squad. Oh, and this is one of the interesting abilities of the Fallschirmjäger
The
commander.
artillery then
Well, they strafe a sector and drop in to neutralize
and
it.
they did it not to strafe the infantry, just to drop the Jaegers.
Well, if we had infantry there, they would have.
Blind fire.
Yeah, I think it's just a blind fire ability.
Oh, we're seeing our first Obersoldaten on the field here.
Ah, yes. They come free of charge with a LMG, which they can
And-
fire on the move and pin enemy units at higher levels of veterancy. I think it's Vet 4 or something.
Glad we get our shit out of there. Now we have a bunch of shocks, because that's the only infantry we've been getting. T-34. That was an interesting decision. Of course it gets Fausted immediately, but so be it.
Of course, this Katyusha barrage doesn't do much.
Well, the Katyusha's always been uninspiring.
Yeah, that.
It's Tiger. And nice dodge, mostly.
Mostly. Doesn't take too much damage, but. Almost get that fucker in retreat.
And that Tiger has to pull out. Nearly
King
dead.
Tiger rolls up then. So this is a little crazy. All of a sudden my IS-2 is not in a good spot. Gets a lucky crew shock though, and manages to pull outside the range. And then the King Tiger does something really stupid. And decides to advance against two Vet 3 Su-85s. And those guys...
Pause.
Pause. Alright. Alright, so...
King Tiger.
King Tiger goes down quite dramatically.
Yeah. I'm a little slow down here.
So don't underestimate.
Could you pause again, please?
Yeah. Okay. More technical hiccups here, but...
No, the King Tiger is dead.
King Tiger is dead.
Pulling back to safer pastures.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're attacking on the right. Killing my unfortunate T-34, which I really should never have bought. I just can't hurt anything at this point.
Yeah. Shocks. What the hell? Oh, you can get slowed.
I was just using them to buy time, basically. Because I knew they were down to 89 points. And I was hoping to kill these engineers with the fact that, like, infantry units stop whenever the fuck anything happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, rather than, like, trying to charge to get out of fire or artillery or something.
They'll stop, rather.
Yeah.
So here, I move in to attempt to mop things up. Of course, I'm still repairing my other things.
I think I was getting those T-34s. No, I was going to say because I didn't have enough manpower or population cap or anything else. That's not true at all. Nice use of smoke here on the point.
Yeah, just to buy some time for my SU.
Nice flanks on that Tiger.
Yep. And he is boned.
Even versus the Fallschirmjäger. On the side, we can cripple the engine, we can't do anything else. And that veteran Panzer IV has to run away.
Yep.
Like the coward it is. Katyusha is nothing.
Of course.
In a
Nothing.
shocking turn.
Absolutely nothing. It did nothing.
Yeah.
Did destroy their... No, it didn't even destroy the fireplace. Fireplace, half health.
Really? Ha!
Almost catch my S-35 on the ice.
That blocking Stuka. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be that effective versus
Well, on the ice, however, it's a little dangerous.
I finished the job on that fucking pit.
IS-2 finally gets a nice hit on some infantry.
Then it won't get another one for about 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think that was actually the last effective attack. Yep. Nope. Not gonna actually hurt those guys, even though it hit it.
And we're reduced to using the sniper to capture points.
Yep. And you're rushing your mortar to neutralize, or to...
I thought it was possible that
Okay.
they didn't have any infantry, and I could do it. I mean, we're getting desperate because we're almost triple capped.
Yeah.
But it turns out, yeah, they have plenty of infantry. Like, the fungibility, the replaceability of their units is sort of mind-boggling sometimes. Like, they can just send Tiger after Tiger at us despite having only one fuel point.
Well, they did have 3 fuel
Caches.
caches, yeah.
Sacrificing these shots, basically, to decap that point. Don't regret it. We got manpower.
Nice bombing strike.
Yeah. Takes about half the health off that Tiger. In retrospect, I probably should have hit the battle group headquarters now that I realized what kind of things it can build. But,
What does that thing
it's
produce?
their retreat point.
Oh, yeah.
So much to gain. I mean, since I don't have the faction itself, I still have to kind of learn what it does better.
Yeah. Well, they're not producing anything tankish for a while.
And my conscripts die in about a second and a half.
Yeah.
Getting over Soldaten.
Little incendiary strike there.
Basically sending everything to kill those bastards. Prevent them from taking the point, which we failed to do. But, yeah, we do hurt them a tremendous amount.
Katusha can't even kill. Oh, Katusha finally. Oh, that was probably someone burning to death. Who am I kidding?
Kill their friends. Try and use the walking stoop against our SU and ISU, which is useless.
Yeah. That's it, and those overs hold up.
Yep. And everyone retreats their infantry.
Sniper, though, moving in for the second cap. Murders some Vet 5 Fallschirmjägers.
The ISU slaughters a Raketenwerfer. We're at Veteran C2. We do okay. Yeah, this is just no man's land here.
Yeah.
No one has the health to cap it.
Except my sniper.
Yep.
I think
I
this.
move up my assist gun because I know they have nothing but armor. Take the point. Get a little too aggressive though.
Well.
And they hit me with artillery. Run! Run, men! Not forward! There was really no way to get out of that though.
Yeah. Do actually get my Katusha with the rocket barrage.
Yeah. And now somehow they went from having no infantry to having a huge cloud of infantry.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. See that shit?
Yeah.
We're doing okay. And for once, our mines have run out on the right side.
Which has also been reduced to a smoldering ruin.
Yeah. I'm not gonna move my shit. Not when we have only really one defensive point that we can hold. And I've been doing so admirably. Whoa! Okay, that was only one of them. Looks like a whole unit had been wiped out, but not quite. Oh, and your sniper is infiltrating here. They see it and just run away with their machine gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your IS-2 is guarding point number 3. Kiting these Grens. And they retreat before they Faust you. Great.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's kind of interesting.
Push your attack. They are down to 50 points.
Of course, I lose that shock squad, but get crew shocked. Then Panzer Bastard subsequently.
Yeah.
Ready for action.
S-85 moves in to save the day. You know, on the other side, you're clearing out that point. Oh! Nice artillery, or bombing run on that guy. Alright, so. They are retaking that point.
75 points remaining.
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of infantry damage to them. The Fallschirmjäger are apparently camouflaged despite being in open cover.
Yeah,
Sounds fair.
their camouflage works way better than our snipers.
Yeah. Well, at least I've managed to use my ISU-152 to clear off the anti-tank on the left side, although I have sort of foolishly left my tank there because it doesn't like have as good of a sight as it used to. Can't punish units that are attacking it from far away.
That is pretty unsupported there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I am retaking that victory point.
Got a new acquisition there, the KV-8.
A little KV-8, a little something against those Vet 5 Fallschirmjägers.
We've amassed a very impressive number of shock troops at this point. If only because they're our only effective infantry at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, find these Vet 4 Fallschirmjägers. Vet 5, actually.
Vet 5. And here's where I decided, that's enough of that. Those guys have got to pay for their crimes. I almost sink my own damn KV-8 though.
Wipe out the unit is all that matters.
About the unit. So, that hurt.
That hurt him a lot, and as you can see, the points are now 36 to 49.
I got 34, 49.
Yeah, 32. Sorry. Yeah. They are desperate now.
Sniper gets lucky again.
Oi. We're still artillerying a place which no longer has any defenses on it at all.
Oh, and here they actually gang up on your S-85. Or, yeah, ISU. Shock it. Shock their own tire. One of them.
Yeah, well, once they get anywhere besides in front of it, it's dead.
Yeah.
I decided to keep my shocks on this point for as long as humanly possible. So I know they only have 10 points left. And you're artillerying the center, trying to kill their engineers. Almost get them before you can cap it. Shock's still alive. Heroes of the Soviet Union.
Running in circles. Like maniacs. Oh. My IS-2 actually joined the fray there. That's interesting.
Sniper gets killed by the Obersoldaten after being alive for 55 minutes.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I was getting a little desperate there.
Yeah. And they're actually doing something smart here, which is not keeping their Obersoldaten on the point, but keeping them close to the point so they will just slaughter any enemy infantry that comes by.
And here's a nice armor engagement on the left still, with 3 points left to go.
Yeah. Killing the Yod Panzers. Sorry, Panzers. I send some shocks here to the center and try and hide behind some smoke. Ugh.
Barely dodged
Somehow
that.
mostly dodged some shit. Mostly
Oh,
dodged
and
the...
accidentally retreat your healthy squad. You do neutralize that point though, so
Yep. Time is of the essence.
buys a little bit more time. I'm gonna send my engineers that way, and then I realize that that's just a futile,
Yeah.
going to be a futile waste. So I gotta repair shit. They got places to be.
Yeah, at least you hold them off on that side.
Yeah.
And your IS-2 is out for blood.
Yep.
Now our points are becoming an issue since they hold 2, and we're down to 40.
Yep. So pretty tense here. We gotta do something fast.
2 or 3 minutes left. Rushing in with these shocks, they just die instantly. To 1 unit. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Obersoldaten are really fucking.
As you can see, I'm a little unhappy about it. But such is life. And what you do here is you actually move your tanks to be surrounding the point, but not actually on the point, which is wise.
Well, I'm preparing for a flank from the side with the KV-8.
What are you trying to do?
Kill those Obersoldaten. Which I succeed in doing.
I set a bombing run right here on their battle group headquarters, hoping to kill both it and the walking Stuka.
And you
Which I
succeed. Nice.
You don't actually kill the other Obersoldaten, unfortunately.
Yeah, I decided to draw the other troops away from what's going on in the middle.
Yeah, so the tanks weren't hitting our shit.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of tanks.
have a lot of tanks.
They're focusing on our stuff. I avoid a bombing run. Well, two of my guys avoid a bombing run.
I think those are mine.
Take the center point.
Take the center point. That's all that matters.
2 points, 1 point.
And GG.
Ooh.
And that was that.
Yeah, that was a little tense. A little tense.
Yeah.
No, it's
Using.
showed a chance of winning that armor engagement.
Yeah, definitely a little trickier going up against that combination of the OKW with the Austere, or the, I guess, Wehrmacht, the regular, traditional German.
Yeah.
Yeah, the infantry just melts in front of the OKW infantry, especially if you let them get up to vet 5, or actually any vet at all. They get really formidable.
Yep. Well, anyway, that was sort of a movie, and I hope you enjoyed it. Probably one of the closest matches we've had.
Yeah, for a long time.
And if that last desperate push hadn't worked, with just mass shocks and that KD8, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, I'll catch you later.